Australia has some of the most infertile soils in the world, and so our Aussie plants have had to evolve to survive in less than perfect conditions. But of course, if you want your Australian plants to not just survive but thrive, then it's really important to feed them. Now, some Australian plants, not all, but some, like the banksias and the grevilleas, are phosphorus sensitive, and so your best bet is to reach for an Aussie native plant food. Like this stuff right here. Now, it's a complete fertiliser that's organically based, and it's specifically designed for Australian plants, which means you can be confident using it on even the most phosphorus-sensitive natives. Now, in here, you'll find the full range of macro and micro trace elements, so basically everything your native plants need to reach their full potential. But it also encourages something that I think every fertiliser should: beneficial microbes. So they're like teeny tiny little garden helpers that go to work in the soil and do lots of wonderful things, like unlock more nutrients and enhance root growth. And of course, the bigger the root system, the more access that plant has to water and nutrients. Now, I'm a big fan of combining Australian plants with exotic plants together to get different looks, particularly in pots. And this is a really easy project that you can get stuck into too. Now, when it comes to teaming the plants together, I like to throw out the notion of Aussie plants versus exotic plants and just think of them as plants. That way you can take a look at their growing needs, but also their colours and textures and forms. So, for example, some of these colourful Australian paper daisies, or even birthday candles, which is a great compact Australian native plant, I find go really well with grasses or some of these exotic succulents like Portulacas. Whereas on the other hand, if you've got some of the more cottagey looking natives like the beautiful scavola, it looks really good with cottagey looking exotics. So I've got some variegated Ajuga here, some liriope with those great purple flower spikes, some agastache, which is really long flowering, and I'm combining it with a beautiful exotic Echinacea, which is one of those late flowering perennials that attracts both the bees and the butterflies. Now, don't they look just gorgeous? The perfect potted showpiece for your patio or balcony. Really hope that I've inspired you to throw away some of those myths about native plants and include lots more Aussie beauties on your planting menu this season.